Coming up tonight on News Central, we'll be bringing you the latest on Governor Whitmer's new budget plan and CMU's newly expanding scholarship opportunities.
I'll be talking Super Bowl Sunday and CMU weekend matchups.
And I will dive into the specifics and timing of a storm system that could drop our temperatures rapidly.
All this coming up tonight on News Central.
Live from Central Michigan University, News Central starts now.
Good evening and welcome to News Central. I'm Kylie Shapansky. Governor Gretchen Whitmer released her sixth executive budget recommendation on Tuesday for the coming fiscal year. The discretionary spending budget for the proposed plan totals to about $33.3 billion and hopes to make living in Michigan more comfortable and keep the younger generation from leaving. The Democratic governor said the focus of the budget is affordable housing, an education system that will guarantee free schooling, stretching from pre-K through 2 years of community college, and attracting employees looking for skilled, educated workers. The budget proposal includes money to recruit and train more state and local first responders, as well as to fund intervention services intended to reduce gun violence. The budget now goes to the legislature, which is controlled by Democrats. It will likely take some Republican support to get it all done before the state's new fiscal year begins October 1st. Starting in the fall 2020 semester, CMU is expanding their eligibility for a scholarship program based around making college more accessible for those in need. Freshmen and transfer students with both gross income and assets below $65,000 will be eligible for the CMU Tuition Advantage, covering 30 total credit hours and student fees through various forms of financial aid. Sarah Cosman-Larson is CMU's Director of Scholarship and Financial Aid. She says, quote, "Through the CMU Tuition Advantage, we are breaking down barriers and creating opportunities for students to pursue their first bachelor's degree. CMU's Tuition Advantage demonstrates our commitment to ensure increased accessibility along with affordability for our eligible incoming Michigan students," end quote. Applying for this is as simple as applying for FAFSA, as university officials will automatically apply the scholarship to anyone eligible. A new gymnastics center is now open in Mount Pleasant. Maury Gymnastics is located in the Maury Courts Recreation Center near the Children's Discovery Museum. Jessica Vautrin is the director of the new center. She says the center is fulfilling an important need in the community.
There's not a whole lot of recreation in the area for kids. There is, but there's not a variety. So we're reaching out just to open our doors to all the kids. We're hoping to add some adult classes to our schedule. So we're just really looking to give everyone an avenue of gymnastics.
The new center is now home to CMU's own club gymnastics team, as well as numerous classes for children of every age.
Our facility has a full-line competition series equipment, so we can have just about anybody in here playing around on the equipment. We just want to open our doors to the community, invite everybody in, and come experience what gymnastics has to offer.
Registration is still open for classes at the gym, and classes will start on Monday, February 12th. For more information, you can visit the Maury Courts Recreation Center website under the About Us page. CMU alumnus Sam Prater was interviewed on the Jennifer Hudson Show for his work founding a California-based nonprofit. The safe haven for college students suffering from homelessness and food insecurity is called Los Angeles Boardroom. The nonprofit organization's goal is to, quote, "ensure that California's community college students realize their post-secondary education goals by providing affordable transitional housing designed to end homelessness, and through our residential education program, promote persistence, retention, and completion from their certificates, associates, and bachelor's degree programs." If you would like to help support Los Angeles Room and Board, you can go to their website, larnb.org. The International Student Organization is hosting a spring welcome event this Saturday, February 11th, from 11 to 3 in the Bovee University Center. The event will be a celebration of new beginnings, forging connections, and creating memories that will last a lifetime. The International Student Organization's mission is to build and strengthen social and cultural bridges between American and international students to celebrate the cultural diversity of CMU's student population. As most know, the Super Bowl is coming up Sunday, and like always, it's shaping up to be another huge year for the NFL. This isn't the first time the Chiefs and 49ers have clashed in a Super Bowl. Back in 2020, the Chiefs beat the 49ers 31-20, but this year's match is anybody's guess. But competition isn't the only thing keeping people's eye on Sunday's game, as Taylor Swift has made several appearances at past Chiefs games, with her boyfriend being one of the star players on the team. This time, though, things will be a tad complicated for her, as during the same day, Taylor Swift will be performing in Tokyo for her Eras tour. Thankfully, Taylor will have enough time to fly back to LA after her performance, and although she won't be performing herself, she'll still be there to show her support. On top of Taylor, there's tons of anticipation for this year's Super Bowl ads, with several sitcom stars showing up on screens with reunions from several shows, including Friends, 30 Rock, and Parks and Rec. As always, this year's halftime show has tons of hype surrounding it, with Usher being this year's central performance. This isn't Usher's first time being in a Super Bowl halftime show. He participated in the 2011 show with the Black Eyed Peas. With his experience in the role, this year's performance will certainly be one to look out for. But despite all of the entertainment value, sports is still at the core of it all. Tim, how is the Super Bowl hype in the sports world?
Electric. Kylie, we've got the game we've all been waiting for. Speaking of the Super Bowl, let's look into Sunday's big game a little more closely, athletes-wise. The last time these two teams met in the granddaddy of them all, the then AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs were able to topple the then NFC champion San Francisco 49ers by a final score of 31-20 in Miami, Florida, right before the 2020 pandemic. This year's big game features a battle between two of the NFL's top football quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, linebackers, and tight ends that's sure to wow fans of both teams who paid for this gridiron matchup. This year's San Francisco 49ers team is being led by Brock Purdy, who is in his first Super Bowl, and he will be duking it out against one of the NFL's best young quarterbacks of the modern day era, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, who has 2 Super Bowl rings of his own and will be competing in his 4th Super Bowl in 5 years. Besides the stars who are throwing the pigskin, 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey and Chiefs running back Isaiah Pacheco will be locking horns to see who can score the most touchdowns in the last game of the season. And coaches Kyle Shanahan and Andy Reid will be at the helm of all things logistics and clock management on the 2 opposing sidelines. The game is scheduled for 6:30 p.m. this Sunday. Be sure to tune in early. Transitioning things over to the sport of college wrestling, the Central Michigan Grapplers will be visiting Mid-American Conference foe, the Buffalo Bulls, this upcoming Super Bowl Sunday right before the game. The last time these two teams met in Buffalo, the CMU Chippewas were able to down the Buffalo Bulls at home by a final score of 24-6. This year's current Central Michigan wrestling team has a current record of 5-6 on the season, with a home record of 2-1, whereas the opposing Bulls are 9-11 overall, with an away record of 2-3. This year's duel is deemed a whiteout meet for all fans in attendance looking to participate, and it is a very easy way to score some points to hit your 100-point mark for this upcoming rivalry tradition for CMU basketball. This wrestling meet is scheduled for 2 o'clock p.m. at McGurk Arena. Make sure to come in white to express your Chippewa pride. Lastly, 3-pointing into the world of college basketball, the Central Michigan Chippewas basketball team will be hosting and locking horns with bitter rival Western Michigan Broncos in a hardwood rivalry tradition that is something you truly have to partake in to understand the excitement. This year's rivalry game will be back in a packed McGurk Arena deemed the Barn on Broomfield, with CMU fans, Western fans, and a whole lot of toilet paper. The game is scheduled for February 17th at 7 o'clock p.m. Make sure to use your 100 points and come early and support your Chippewas in one of the Mid-American Conference's most historic rivalries. That's all for sports at this moment in time. Megan, can we expect more beautiful days like today this weekend?
Today it was absolutely beautiful here on campus, Tim. Right now it is very, very sunny outside. There's barely a cloud in sight. Temperatures were well above average yet again today. When it comes to this weekend, though, it will not be the same story, which I'll be getting into that here in a little bit. One of our downfalls from our weather today was our wind gusts. This morning we had a cold front come through our area, and that is causing very gusty winds from today and into tomorrow as well. Right now in Mount Pleasant, the winds are moving at 33 miles per hour, 31 up in Clare, 30 over in Cadillac. Kind of the same story over in the Lakeshore, 26 over in Ludington, 20 in Muskegon. So pretty much the same story for much of the Lower Peninsula right now. And that will kind of continue into tomorrow. It'll kind of rise back up to right around 24 miles per hour into tomorrow morning and evening, and then that will kind of drift off into Sunday to right around 16 miles per hour. And temperatures were well above average for this time of year yet again. Right now in Mount Pleasant, it is 51 degrees. It is 49 up in Clare, 48 over in Big Rapids. A little bit cooler on the lakeshore, 42 in Ludington, and then warmer over in the Thumb, 56 in Bad Axe. And it actually reached 60 degrees today in Flint, so well above average for this time of year. And according to my almanac, our average high and low should be right around 20 to 30 degrees, and we were well above average for today. Today our high was 55, and that was just 2 degrees shy of our high of 57 set in 1990. But this weekend we will be seeing yet another storm system come through, and that will plummet our temperatures quite a bit, making our average temperatures be right around average for this time of year. And getting into that, tomorrow we will be seeing pretty much overcast skies for much of the day. That will clear up into Sunday, and then we could be seeing a little bit of flurries into Sunday evening. That will clear up on Monday. A lot of sunshine will come about, and then into Tuesday and Wednesday there will be some patchy clouds as well as flurries. And then on Thursday, this is the system that we are concerned with that will be plummeting our temperatures quite a bit. So that will be beginning Thursday morning, and then into Thursday evening, we will be seeing a lot of heavy snow showers towards the northern part of the state, and then a chance of mixed precipitation towards the lower part of the state. And that will be happening right around 5 p.m. rush hour traffic. So make sure that you are prepared for that. We are still pretty far out from this storm, so things can change quite a bit. So stay tuned, and we can keep you updated on the most up-to-date information with this system. And then on Friday, of course, this will clear up yet again. As for tonight, temperatures will fall to 34 degrees. There's a slight chance of rain and snow, and winds will be moving from the southwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour. And as a quick recap, tomorrow our high will be right around 40 degrees. There's that slight chance of rain and snow. And then those temperatures will be right around that same degree throughout most of the week. Sun will be out for much of the week next week, and then into Friday, we'll be seeing temperatures plummet to 32 degrees, so right around where we should be for this time of year.
That sounds great, Megan. I was really hoping that this nice warm weather would stick around a little bit longer, but it's okay.
It is okay, especially because now we'll be right back to where we should be on average.
Yeah. All right, what are your guys' Super Bowl plans? Anything?
Just hanging out at the house, watching the game, on CBS, and just hoping for the 49ers to win.
Yep, I'm going to watch the game with my family. I don't really have anybody I'm rooting for, but it's still fun.
Oh, yeah, always.
Yeah, we're planning on making a lot of dips, and I'm planning on hosting a bunch of my friends over at my apartment. We're going to be watching. It'll be a lot of fun.
That's
Nice.
perfect. All right, well, thank you for joining us tonight on News Central. I'm Kylie Shapansky.
I'm Timothy Short, Jr.
And I'm Megan Weber.
Thank you for joining us tonight.